My name is Kirk, and I'd like to introduce you guys to this very unique car. It's a 1958 Datsun 1000, model L210. What makes this car really special is that this is the first Nissan car, 1958, sold in the United States. Nissan used to be called Datsun here in our market from 1958 all the way up to the early 80s, around 1982, 83. I guess at that time they thought that Nissan post-World War II might not be a good name to use to sell a car in the United States, so they used their alternative name, Datsun. This car really was pretty unique in that this is the first car that they made fully with their own design, because prior to this they built cars under license, Austin cars, a British car under license. As a result, the engine is 1000 cc with a 4-speed on the column. And this 1000 cc engine is their first overhead valve modern engine. And for Datsun enthusiasts, or those that know what a Datsun, a 510 or a 240Z is, this is sort of the precursor to those engines. This is the basic design that really took Datsun all the way well into the 70s for almost all of their products. And of course, they made a big name here in the United States with the 510 and the 240Z. Some of the unique features of this car, the Japanese roads were pretty rough back then. They didn't have big highways or anything. So this car has straight axles front and rear and leaf springs on all 4 corners. It wasn't a very good highway car. Unlike Toyota, who also introduced their first car in 1958, Toyota really tried to do a big splash with their Toyopet Crown. And it didn't do too well because people had high expectations. But I suspect with this car, the way it looks like something more out of the 30s or 40s and 1950s. Had a nice simple charm, and conceptually you could carry 6 people inside of it with 2 front bench seats. It would have been 6 very slim people. However, the engine just hardly has much power. It displaces barely 40 horsepower. And so it would have been a real challenge to go up a hill. Some unusual things about the car: 4-speed column shift. You know, a lot of people don't know what a column shift is, but you shift manually on the column. First gear is forward and up, and second is down, and third is back and up, and fourth is down. But the difficult one is reverse, because you have to pull the lockout and then push it all the way back and down. This particular car was restored here in Hawaii. It was found in California. The story goes that this car was a wedding gift to a Japanese couple back in 1958 in the United States, and stayed in a country region. And a Datsun enthusiast had seen that car for many years and finally acquired it. The owner of this car, Maurice Kondo, he brought it from California to Hawaii, did a full restoration on it. This is not the original color of the paint. The original color was almost like a mint green, but it's a beautiful green metallic with the black top on it. It was completely stripped down and re-chromed. I think it came out really nice. Now this engine is Datsun's first overhead valve design. They copied literally from the British Austins. It displaces just under 1000 cc and has just under 40 horsepower. There's a couple modifications that were done to this one. Of course, you can see the modern MSD ignition. The carburetor is modified, a little bit larger Solex carburetor, and hopefully just to get a few more horsepower out of it. Another unique feature about this car is that it has a little work light in case you break down and you got to work on the engine at night, but there's a little switch in the back that would turn it on. This car handles actually pretty well considering how simple the suspension is. It has 4-wheel drum brakes, but because it's such a small, light car, it stops pretty nicely. But one of the unique things on this car is the 4-speed column shift. Now, while that's not so unusual back then on American cars, it's a little bit different about it is, first, that it's 4-speed, and second, when you shift on it, you actually shift on it backwards, because first gear is all the way back and up, and then you have to shift your gears all the way down to fourth, which is up front and down. It has a little bit of decent pickup, and it's perfect on a little 2-lane road just like this. It's got a very unique air conditioning system a la 1950s style. You got a a little bit manual, but works perfect for our climate over here. One thing that we wanted to share about the car is that it's going to be leaving the islands. You know, it's been a wonderful project. We've enjoyed working on it together, but it's going to be leaving the islands to find its new home. And we wanted to give a good farewell to you guys.